Hi lovelies, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, on this video, let's talk about the Anupama series guys, and we're talking about quite an interesting episode that is about to go down in the Anupama series. Guys, it's actually going to be a shocker for Anupama. Without wasting more time, let's dive straight into the video to find out exactly what is about to go down. But before I continue into the video, lovelies, if you are yet to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, lovelies, to give the video a thumbs up. Alright guys, let's dive straight into the video. So guys, the episode starts with Shruti confessing her love and proposes Anuj for marriage, sitting on her knees and showing ring on her hand. Then Adia asks Anuj to give his hand, but Anuj hesitantly gives his hand. Anupama moves behind, closing her eyes, but Shruti is about to make him wear the ring, while Anupama falls on the hot utensil and the utensil falls down. Anu then shouts Anu and runs to her, while Yazdeep keeps his hand on her shoulder and asks if she is fine. Shruti is shocked to see the ring on the floor, but Adia then gets angry on Anuj, while Yazdeep asks Anupama if she is fine and says thankfully Chasni didn't fall on you. Everyone looks odd, but Shruti gets teary eyes. Anupama then tells Yazdeep that everything is set here, asks him to see the arrangement with Vikram and says I will go. She then leaves while Anuj picks the ring from the floor and says sorry to Shruti. He says, I am really sorry. Then Shruti says it's okay, nobody did it intentionally. She then says, my destiny is such, the most beautiful moment of my life got affected by your past. Adia then says, I swear that she has done it intentionally. But Anuj says, please. Adia then says she couldn't bear our happiness and came here to put bad sight on us. Ba then tells Babuji that she is second Paki. Babuji then says it is not like that, Adia. But Adia says I didn't ask for your opinion. While Anuj says elders don't give opinion but give advice. Adia then says they have no relationship with me. But Anuj says he is like my father and I will not bear this insult. So he says it was an accident. Didn't you know that Anupama has a sling on her hand and she could get burnt? Adia then blames Anupama, while Anuj says it is my mistake. Adia then says it is Shruti's mistake also and says Anupama is a cause. My dress got torn just as she came here. But Shruti then tells her that Anupama repaired your dress and I don't know to do all this. Adia is upset and goes, but Shruti then says sorry to the guests and asks them to have food. In another scene, Biji, Kavya and Babuji feel bad for Anupama, but Anupama comes back to spice and chutney. She thinks to concentrate on her present and superstar chef for his restaurant. So Pari then tells that the food was good. Kinjal says your daddy made it. Ba then says nobody can make food like Anupama can make. Vara then says Anupama has ruined the ambience. Kavya says Anupama didn't do anything. But Toju tells that she is a matchstick who burns others' happiness. He says Tamasha happens on every function due to mommy. But Varad says Anupama acts to be helpless and creates the mess. He says she breaks relationships and returns 101 times. He then says if she is not affected by Anuj's marriage, she should have done her work and sit down silently. She says Anupama must have thought that Anuj will be behind her, but he chose Shruti, and that's why Anupama must be shocked and did this. He tells that even Kavya and I used to fight because of her. But Kavya then says since 5 years, she is not with us, and then also we had to fight. But Vana then asks her to say that they never had fight because of her. Babuji then says, let's go home. Ba comes to Spice and Chutney and sees Anupama cooking. But Anupama says don't talk about that. She says we can talk about something else. Then Ba suggests her to add chai pao in the dish. But Anupama asks her to teach her something. Ba makes a new dish, but Anupama and Ba sit to have it. Anupama asks her to have food with spoon and knife, but Ba tries and have it. Anupama then says she has learnt the English names of the ingredients. Ba then says even I learnt and says the name. Anupama corrects her, but Ba says don't become Britisher. Anupama says sorry and says Americana. Then she says Britishers are those who stay in Britain and says the people here are Americans. Ba asks how do you know, but Anupama tells that she used to learn. She reads books and talks to people. She says she has started to learn Korean and Japanese also. So Ba then appreciates her and says, I might taunt you 100 times, but you are wonderful. She says, I might talk bitter, but I have Hawa Puri in my heart for you. But she asks her to concentrate on her competition. Anupama then asks her to teach her ancestral Kuriti dishes and says she will still try it in the superstar chef. Ba then says, I will teach you from tomorrow and ask her to teach English names of ingredients. Anupama says she will teach her, but then Yazip sees her smiling with Ba and thinks her house will be snatched from her tomorrow. In another scene, Anuj feels bad for Anupama and she has done so much hard work, and then she was blamed. He thinks it was his mistake that he reacted. He then feels the burning sensation and looks out. He sees Adia burning her dress and comes out, but Adia says she doesn't want Anupama Chosh's reflection in their lives. She cries and then Anuj hugs her. Back to Anupama's scene, Anupama locks Spice and Chutney and tells that she will come back tomorrow. She then says, I have nobody other than you, and keeps her head on the door. She kisses the door and asks Ba to come. So in the morning, Vikram, KD and Rahul comes to the restaurant and find it sealed by the bank. He calls Yashdeep and Biji, but they are unreachable. Anupama then comes there and finds the notice on the restaurant that it is temporarily closed until further notice. She recalls when she had come to America, the restaurant where she had come was closed. Then Vikram and Rahul ask her if Yashdeep told her something. Anupama then cries and recalls her first days in the restaurant. And then she also recalls her happy moment and then cries. Wow, it's such an emotional episode. Anupama going through a lot. At first, it was Shruti and Anuj love confession for their marriage, which eventually turned out not to be as planned, as something happened and it was revolving around Anupama. Now the restaurant is closed. Guys, what do you think about this episode and what do you think will be the effect on Anupama? Please drop what you think about the episode on the comment section. And as you do that, please don't forget that this is still UG Updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, lovelies, to give the video a thumbs up. Alright, lovelies, that will be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I really love you guys and I will see you guys in my next video.